You just made everybody board that hype train.
I am the hype!
No? According to this shirt, I am.
No, there's like 3 other Who's on your shirt? Everybody's just gonna get out. No, I'm the hype. He's the hype. You're gonna have to fight to the death or something.
Put on to...
We can't all be the hype. You're the hype. You're the hype.
If you're Oprah, yeah.
I instigated the hype.
This is true.
Honest. Hype happened once.
I see a hand over there. Guessing that's another question.
Any kind of plans for the Boo Saga? I know you're still in the cell, so I can give any kind of plans.
We aren't even thinking about the Boo Saga right now. And don't worry, if you want to ask any Team 4-star related questions, we have a panel 8:30 tonight in this very room. So feel free to ask all of those questions then, as I believe on this panel I'm the only one that will be able to answer any creative ones.
What games are you playing?
I can answer all your dumb ones. Yeah, Kieran can make up stuff.
Turns out I'm going to beat everybody in the Boo Saga. It's going to be real fun.
Even miss...
Yes.
Whack. What games are y'all playing?
That's a very good question. I have no idea. Yeah, did anybody bring a console with them?
Here has a PlayStation 2.
I have a Game Gear.
I've got Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's awesome. We'll play human Pac-Man.
Alright.
We can set them up, people can be ghosts, it'll be great.
I'm a power pellet. Everyone put me in your mouth. Well, now you got to eat a ghost. I did. We may have filmed the finale before we came down here.
Nope, we haven't filmed it yet. We haven't filmed it. We have to travel back to Dallas real quick.
Yeah.
Record tomorrow's episode.
We only record those one day at a time, so we have
Yeah, little known fact about Let's Play. There we go. Until we actually get something set up that we can play, we'll talk about Let's Play. Every episode that you see, every episode you see is recorded one day at a time. Approximately 1 hour before it goes up. That's the thing, on a good day. This is essentially like a regular Let's Play.
So it just so happens that Landy's gone for a week half the time.
Oh, it could be.
You guys plan on doing Jack 2 though?
Eventually, I know we enjoyed Jack 1 enough. Yeah, at some point. Like, Kieran and I love that game, and Grant begrudgingly respects it.
Hey, I thought it was fun. It's just the camera doesn't feel like it's from 2017.
Wow, it's not. Shockingly, you are accurate.
Just put that out there. It was technically released this year on PlayStation 4.
You are technically correct, the best kind of correct.
I see people raising hands. I don't know if I just want to be like, shout out your question.
How about join in? Oh, yeah, let's just join in.
You've had your hand in for a while.
Is it alright if I can record you?
Sure. No.
Put that phone down.
I'll say this right away. The only time we ever ask not to be recorded is on our 18+ panel, and that's so, like, at the end of the day, people can't go, well, blackmail you? Yeah, they can't blackmail us. Like, when we have people leaving that panel going, man, Team 4-star are a bunch of racist assholes, we don't want you to be able to prove it.
Don't need that evidence floating around.
There's no
See that? Now everybody's thinking about it.
Hi. You got
You there, Beck? Yes.
Yeah. It's interesting that you guys are probably going to be recording the beta for Dragon Ball Fighter. Who all is going to take part in that?
It depends on how many of us get in, I guess. I mean, as much as we'd love to say us in Bandai Namco are like this, us in the Xenoverse team were like this, but since we've had a few things to say about it, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we all signed up for it. We're gonna, like, we have contacts that will hopefully get us in there and hopefully get us a couple of codes that we can pass out amongst the people. But no promises. But we definitely intend to cover that game a lot. Like, I have never been so excited for a fighting game in my life.
It'll be good. I'm pretty pumped. And every time they show like more of it, I'm like waiting for the, oh no, this isn't going to be as good as I think it is. But every time they show something, I'm like, oh, this is even cooler than I thought it would be. Great. They keep making it better than I hoped.
Okay, I'm just going to point out how professional I am right now. I know this is a Let's Play panel, and technically I am playing a game, but I accidentally just like subconsciously press Find Opponent on Hearthstone again.
We're going to get our play-by-play for a while.
Hardcore Hearthstone gameplay, please.
You can all gather around
Find Hearthstone.
Little Dan!
That was me.
Warrior, really?
What's up, Jack?
At the mulligan.
That's
Yeah.
Are there any games which have more content to play? Like,
Well-
are there any old games which have more content to play?
We wish old games that,
like
and this
DLCs,
goes for any,
etc.
I know, how many of you are familiar with Team 4-Star? Okay, okay. Would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
I'm just a goon. I'm a British goon. I am DAGames. I'm mostly a musician and Let's Player myself. I've done things in the Bendy and the Ink Machine community, Five Nights at Freddy's, Undertale, pretty much everything around here. And I'm
All those lore-heavy games.
I'm sort of a pre-weeaboo. I'm trying.
A pre-aboo, as we call them.
Yeah, just like trying to like things.
What's your favorite anime so far?
My Hero Academia.
All right,
Good answer. Good answer.
Everyone at TFSHQ agrees. Yeah.
It is solid.
It's good.
Sweet.
Well, hold on.
hi,
We
son.
actually did not answer that question.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm doing this.
Any games that we wish had more content, I would go either Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne. Both of those were fantastic, and I could keep playing those.
Drinking game.
Hells yeah.
If you want to die, yes.
Either of you? I mean, I know my answer
you
probably
kinda just-
mirrors yours.
Yeah, that's one I would say. I wish Sun and Moon had cooler post-game stuff. Like I know the Ultra Beasts were fine, but like I would have liked more stuff because it felt very repetitive.
Yeah, Nuzlocke too easy.
Yeah,
We're just kind of too good at it, you know? We have that belt for a reason, and I don't know what you're talking about. Why?
That stupid dragon has the belt right now. I need to go stomp it.
God, an older game that would have more content.
Bubsy 3D.
I want another. Yes, I want another Bubsy. I'll be the one
That's
person that
happening.
asks for it. I'll be the one person that wants it. But I have no idea.
I want Big Cat's Frog Fish Adventure.
What about one of your Gundam games?
Those are still updating. They're still guns. We're getting info. We might.
This came up here, tell us to improvise. I'm like, oh, don't worry. We're in the middle of that one. This right here is a Let's Play improv game.
Shiny.
Let's Play Simulator.
Can't jangle.
Look, everybody look. Sorry, your question since...
This is to DA.
Hi, son.
Hi. Who's your favorite in My Hero Academia so far?
Who is your favorite in My Hero Academia? If you don't say Frog Girl, you're wrong. Warning, this is a positive or negative answer here. You can be right or wrong.
She is a good one. One of the good guys. Well, I mean, I'm always like a main character kind of person, so Midoriya is my favorite, and All Might. But as far as any other, I like Deku, basically. I do like, he's got that really raunchy attitude that I enjoy. He's kind of like, if I had to put it somewhere, it's like Midoriya and Deku are kind of like the Goku and Vegeta equivalent, essentially.
Bakugo is the rebel dude.
Oh. I am trying.
Midoriya and Deku are the same person, so like, I don't think they're.
Oh yeah, they're like, yeah.
He's a plug and
Look, I like
Conch
Batman,
on.
but his relationship with Bruce Wayne is strained.
I know.
Actually, that's actually pretty accurate.
All I remember is that the little guy going, Deku, so I'm just kind of like, oh wait, that's his name.
Yeah.
No, it's
that guy.
Mr. Pikachu.
What games are you excited for that are like coming out?
What games are we excited for that are coming out? As I mentioned earlier, I don't think I've been this excited for a fighting game forever, but Fighters, it looks fantastic. I actually can't think of many other games that I'm like actively looking forward to. Shadows of War maybe, but
Mario Odyssey. I think that looks
Mario
great.
Odyssey.
That's good. Mine's gonna be the real weeb pick, Gundam Versus.
My Peter, you found your people. I found you. Where have you all?
We finally found a room that doesn't get a what?
Yeah, I'm sorry. A room where that's a. Oh yeah.
That's right. Hell yeah. Good. There's no G Gundam suits. Okay, I'm sorry, but it's still gonna be good. I don't care if you like G Gundam.
No, maybe there'll be DLC later.
There'll be DLC. Maybe. Trust me.
Come on, let me play as Moon Psyche.
Yeah, that would be so good.
Come on, Horse Gundam. We need it now.
Gundam Versus is at the end of the month. Buy it so good. I have Gundams with that Gundam still. What about you?
Oh, God of War.
Oh yeah.
That looks pretty cool.
That looks really solid.
He has a beard now.
Let's go with you with the.
He wasn't badass enough, you know.
Here, would you like to pick somebody?
Absolutely. Right there.
What's a game you really wanted to like, but the plot made you so angry because it left you with too many questions?
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I really want to love those games.
Yeah.
I really wanted to love I Am Setsuna. It was a kind of a smaller indie like JRPG that was supposed to be a spiritual successor to Chrono Trigger, and like it had a lot of stuff that I liked, but then just a lot of little things. Like it was all very samey environments, and the whole soundtrack was done with a piano, which initially sounded cool, but when you only have piano music for an entire long JRPG, it doesn't hold up quite for the whole thing.
Especially during
It's just really sad that I didn't love that game because Chrono Trigger is one of my all-time favorites.
One that I really wanted to love, and that we played through, was Fallout 4. I wanted to love it, but
It was great at the beginning.
Yes,
but
it was
like
awesome.
it's one of those games where as you continue to go on and
go
on,
this way, or this way.
everything starts to become very samey. It's like, okay, let's go to this place. Let's exterminate this vault. Wait, that wasn't the plan. Oh well, they're dead now.
Wait, so the thing is, you want to like a game so much, but the plot kind of destroys it.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
There is none. It's just excuses.
It's tidbits of lore with like fill in the blanks.
Yeah. Oh look, here's
The community made that game, really.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant model, but it's.
That's what Hello Neighbor's doing.
I wanted to say that too. Yeah.
No, that you're going to be seeing a lot of that.
Yeah, they're easy to make and bam, get that YouTube.
Well, it's Hello Neighbor, but as I like to call it, Hello, my neighbor's broken. Let's see. You. Yes.
If you could choose an old franchise to get a video game adaptation with a guarantee that it would be good, magic or whatever, what would it be?
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo did.
I mean, just to float the question out there to everybody that didn't hear it is, if you could choose an old franchise to get a video game, and it's no matter what, it's good.
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo, that's like a Johnny Bravo dating sim would be amazing.
All of your answers are hot.
Hold on, would you be able, like, now in your preferred game here, would you be making a Johnny Sona, or would you be playing as Johnny Bravo?
Johnny Sona.
Johnny Sona, okay.
But it very much act like Sonic Forces in a way where you get the Johnny himself, or you can be somebody else.
Or can Johnny be your wingman?
Yes. You'll just be like, you'll have like the sentence quotes here, and you get to choose for the women. It's like, what's the about the man and stare at each other?
Man, on that one, oh god, now I'm just thinking about a survival horror, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Now, would that be like procedural generation? Like you're just getting, you're getting haunted by a different thing on a different night. One night you have to protect Muriel from like an octopus that lives in the bathtub.
You got a game over. She's like, the things I do for love.
And then another night Eustace is possessed by a demon and you need to figure out how to do it. You're always going to the computer and it's being sassy at you.
Another night, computer's your inventory.
Another night Eustace just didn't get enough sleep that night and you gotta run away.
Fortune teller.
And then the Pharaoh shows up.
I would like a Land Before Time game that was really good.
Would that just be like,
And it's great because every ending is dark because eventually the dinosaurs go extinct.
You have after
Oh wait, no, the Great Valley's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, no, it's what was trapped under the ice in Ice Age 3 Meltdown.
Oh, that's right.
They met Chomper. Let's see, a franchise where no matter what the game, like, just somehow the game would be good. I want a really good Dragon Ball game. Which is why I'm excited for fighters.
Yeah.
You're just
Is it dark
praying.
in here or is the shade growing?
You're jinxing it.
Sand was good.
Wait, who said what was good?
What was good?
It's sheepish.
I was like, I don't want to do it.
Not every game can be Dragon Ball Z sagas, okay?
So good.
I feel like you've had your hand in for a while to the point where you're resting it on the guy next to you.
Question for Will.
Hi, son.
Hello, Father. As for my running thing, how's your day?
Oh my god. Yeah, my day's good. Are you guys good?
I'm good.
My day's been alright.
I am great!
The only one with energy.
Thanks for that.
You with the surgical mask way back there, you're starting to like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're the only one. Actually, there's a microphone right there. I'm not sure if it's live, but...
Oh, that went right over the air. Door opens. Two people sit down.
Most despised video game character.
Most despised video game character. Wow, that's a...
Mushu Pork from Gex.
There's a poll.
That's an, oh man. Terrifying character. Wow.
Toadette, she feels like she's just a knockoff Toad. She does nothing different than Samus. Like,
Then what are your feelings on Waluigi?
He's great.
Waluigi.
Have you seen like a tweet came out about like that Charles Martinet put about Waluigi? He's like, a lot of people think that like Waluigi is like evil, but he feels like he doesn't deserve all the problems he gets. And even though he'll cheat to like rectify things, he feels everyone is wronging him, and that's how I act him. He feels like he has been pushed around by the world and just bullied.
So that's where the ass comes from. You got to really feel your character.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to get connected. Not to stay on this same train, but the first character that popped into my mind was Trunks from Xenoverse 2. He does nothing!
Well, he does make every situation worse that he shows up in.
This character does everything.
My least favorite character is, God, you know, most hated. Okay, who do I hate? I don't like Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm sorry if that's
Wait. 2D or 3D?
3D.
Oh yeah.
Mania was great.
Wait. Adventure or the Seven Rings?
What about when he's a black?
Get the pitchforks.
What about when he's a werewolf?
I'm my killing for Sonic Forces, by the way. You're my best friend. Yeah, let's go. High five. He's gonna propose to your OC at the end of the game. I'm calling him.
Why don't you say, sorry, Sonic, I'm saving myself for Rouge.
I'm down to Knuckles, though. I'm down to Chuckles with Knuckles. I will Chuckles with Knuckles. Oh, Knuckles. You got your hand up right there. Yeah.
Are there any games that you would love to play for the channel, but either due to time constraints or other issues, you just don't think you could be able to do that?
Any games that we'd love to play, but due to time constraints, just have not found the time or don't believe would be able to? Grant, I think I know your answer. My personal answer, apparently it was Xenogears.
I was gonna say, I thought I could finish that. That was fun.
Yeah, I was having fun. I'm a big JRPG fan, and hey, it turns out JRPGs are like 1 billion hours long, so it's really tough to be like, hey, we have to have like a daily video. What if we had one game that would last like 4 years?
So your Tales of games.
Every Tales game. Yeah.
Mine would be, again, because I'm the turbo nerd, is the .hack franchise.
Oh!
But, you know, Again, it would take a billion years to do, but your progress carries over between games, and they're so fun. But
I don't actually remember the original .hack games being horrifically long. Were they that long?
they can get up to about 30 hours or so.
Okay, never mind. Maybe I just had a lot of time as a kid and didn't realize. Funny how time flies in the first 10 years of your life.
My final playtime throughout all 4, I think, was like 340 hours or something absurd.
Nice.
Don't have that nowadays.
Oh man, what game? Oh, Alien Isolation. That thing lasts like 20 to 30 hours. We're a very short series kind of game seeker, so the Alien Isolation takes.
Speaking as somebody who did go through it, and this was back when we were like, we had this at least when I was running the game channel, we had this format where it was like, oh, I know, we'll split this up into days. On this day it'll be this day it'll be this. Yeah. So we ran Alien Isolation once a week. It ran for a year.
Oh, yeah, it lasts way too long. So
yeah, just a bit. And by the end of it, we were going like, you know what, I'm just going to finish this up and do it once a day, every day. And it still took a month.
I finished it off in my spare time, and I'm so glad I did.
It's a real good game.
Well, the payoff at the end was a little bit like, well, if I'd spanned it out for so long, and then it ended, it's like, oh, well, it's an okay ending.
Yeah, but I mean, the game itself.
It's a really good game, yeah.
Like, I'll say this, the third act is a little too cyclical and drags on. It's like, oh, come on, I was right there. How many times are you going to pull this rug out from under me?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Still, very good game. Solid. It's pretty deep. Let's see, you holding up the phone, recording me.
Yeah, there was one question I needed to know. What if there was like a collab from the old cartoons of Johnny Bravo, Ed and Eddie, and Courage the Cowardly Dog, mixed with the Dragon Ball in an actual fighter scene?
Old cartoons mixed with Dragon Ball? I have no idea how that would work.
Cartoon Network and Toonami together.
What I was hearing was like Cartoon Network Smash Stars.
There's this program that's going to blow your mind. It's called Mugen.
Ah, yes.
You can find just about anybody in that.
Don't worry, you can get Peter Griffin versus Broly and...
Yeah, I was just showing my girlfriend, we had a nice Ronald McDonald versus Colonel Sanders. They have a scripted intro.
Master Roshi and Johnny Bravo just hit it off.
Showing magazine collection.
A black hole of sexuality envelops the room.
Look at this stuff.
Space Cowboy.
Homer Simpson.
I have no idea how a Mugen-like game would have a story though. Would it just be like some sort of like?
I'm imagining go feel like Final Fantasy 15, just like hardcore badasses just hanging out.
Yeah, some sort of like I imagine it would be like in Dragon Ball terms, like an Omni King scenario where it's like, nah, now all of you fight.
No, what I could see it being is a solid day of Cartoon Network programming was then brought to life in 1999.
Struck by a magical lightning bolt.
Yes.
The network started attacking each other.
Let me have a look. Let's see. Yo. Hello.
Which video game character terrifies you?
Which video game character?
The dogs from Chicken Run.
God, that game is so...
The scariest characters I ever remember in games were the citizens of Innsmouth from Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are all like they all got because they're starting to become fishy people and they got like these giant bug eyes and just looking at you like, "Oh, what are you doing here?"
Low polygons were just really scary back then.
Mine's easy if you know me. Any character that lives below sea level. The eel from Mario 64, I'm out. The little
Sebastian from
Kingdom Hearts. I can't handle it. If you live underwater, I can't do it.
So anyone from Bioshock?
I can't play Bioshock. I haven't played it because I'm like, nope.
Yeah, didn't
Hugs
you?
for Big Daddy.
Yeah, you tried to play the openings part of that, and you land in the water, and it's like, no, I'm not getting to that lighthouse. We're done now. How do you control all
I played Subnautica in VR for about 2 seconds.
Oh, no.
Halloween's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Phantom from Mario 2. Mask that you just can't kill.
Yeah.
Chases you across the screen, and it's just like, go away, leave me alone.
B button has never seen so much punishment.
Oh, just like the ones where you ram the key.
Yes.
You with the red hat. I saw you waving. Yes.
Yeah.
If Dylan had a voice that he
I'm sorry, what was that?
If Krillin could voice as an anime character, right?
What would it be?
This seems like a Team 4-star panel question, but I'll see if I can come up with something here. I want to grab another question while I contemplate that one. My mind's on video games.
Purple hat have had your arm up for a while.
Gengar.
I kind of have a two-parter question. One, does Krillin have any plans to play Fatal Frame?
Why must you all torture me?
That game is amazing.
I don't disagree. I do!
Dude, have y'all thought about doing like a office tournament for any like fighting game, like Fighters or Tekken 7 or anything
We
like that?
might do something like that for fighters. Although we do have a current show running called Tuesdayhem, where it's our weekly Tuesday stream, where two of us in the office. I'm currently reigning champ, by the way, not to.
I believe it.
Yes. Oh, thank you. I'm currently reigning champ in that one, where two of us go head-to-head in a competition of video games. So I'm sure we'll be able to work in some sort of fighters tournament for something like that when it comes out. Yeah. Sorry, I'm still thinking about that Krillin in an anime question.
my head.
You and the Pikachu hat.
I know that I think it was Square Enix for Final Fantasy 15 is coming out with plans on coming out with big updates for multiplayer and everything. What were y'all thinking on that? Because they plan on doing multiplayer for it and everything, and I was wondering if y'all were gonna do like co-op or something like that for the channel.
Our thoughts on multiplayer for Final Fantasy 15. Would you like to start on that end of the table?
I just lost interest after a bunch of dudes just hung out. I expected something more out of it. I didn't really like the game, so.
I haven't played it, so I have no idea.
I like the game quite a bit. I didn't know that they were doing a multiplayer add-on thing. That does sound neat, but it also sounds kind of like a too little, too late scenario where it's like, this game is kind of like sort of old hat now. Like,
we're just rating on the Final
I
Fantasy
don't know
VII remake.
I don't know if I want to jump right back in after I've been done with it for so long.
Yeah, I beat it a while ago, and it upset me that I'd had to figure out like most of the story by reading newspaper clippings.
Yeah.
So there aren't any immediate plans to play anything like that amongst ourselves on the channel or anything like that. Maybe on a cash fry, but that's always up in the air. So.
And I wanted to ask one more quick question, and if y'all were planning on doing any actual co-op games, anytime soon.
Any plans on co-op games? We do. We're setting up a big old PC setup so we can play stuff together locally.
We'd love to be able to do whenever Red Dead 2 comes out, and hopefully a PC release of Red Dead 1. For any of you Rockstar people in the audience. Yeah, we'd love to do a bunch more, because we haven't done a lot of PC content.
Yeah.
And we'd love to actually be able to do multiplayer PC content.
Because I know y'all love doing the Left 4 Dead stuff.
That's what started our channel. Our channel started with PC games with Left 4 Dead, with a bunch of us playing remotely. You can find them on our channel under TFS Plays Classics. It was a good time. I love those Molotovs. Yeah, being able to do stuff like that, maybe some Destiny content, I don't know. The stuff that people like.
Nobody really likes Destiny, they just tolerate it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
okay. Am I allowed to say that? People won't lynch me if I say that?
I said it.
Okay.
I played the beta. It's just more of the same with a slightly prettier paint.
Nice.
More like Destiny, am I right?
Hey! Hey! Usopp, to answer that question, I'd go with Usopp.
There you go. Okay.
Wait, what?
Oh, we're in an abridged episode.
You, sir, I see someone propping up your hand.
So we've already been with who is your favorite villain and who is the character you hate. Which one is the one that you love?
A character from a video game that we just love? Ooh, that's tough because there's a lot. I always have a special place in my heart for Max Haas from Wolfenstein: The New Order. Max Haas.
I'm thinking.
Okay, you're thinking Asura from Asura's Wrath. If he's not DLC or something in Infinite, then Capcom really screwed the pooch.
Cortex from Crash.
Oh yeah.
Because he's an evil villain, and he's supposed to be the biggest mastermind, but you can't just help but love his innocence and the fact that he fails miserably. I don't know, he's one of my favorites.
Kanji from Persona 4. Every time he showed up, I was psyched.
If I can go with a second one, Papyrus.
Oh, yes.
Oh!
Good pick. Let's see. Let's see. You with the, I think it's a purple or a blue jacket back there with the green shirt? Yes. Fine, microphone.
For your Nuzlocke, what was your most regrettable Pokemon death? Besides your entire team getting slaughtered at the end of it.
I don't know what you're talking about at all. Most regrettable death was probably Slowmara.
That was awful.
That was rough because
that just came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere, and I feel like in my mind I was setting so much stuff up with like her as the cornerstone.
She was gonna be the crux of that Elite Four battle.
Yeah, it was like all right.
She was Ivan. We love Ivan, but Slowmara really held that team together, man.
What about
Ivan was like the bricks. She was the mortar.
My most regrettable one was Budge, because Budge left the Elite Four and then died to a random ass trainer.
She died to Lieutenant. Wait, was it not even Lieutenant Surge? I thought it was Lieutenant Surge that killed her.
Was it Lieutenant? I don't remember who it was, but Badge died.
I'm pretty sure it was Surge. So at least it was a leader. Come on.
It would have done the bolt, I guess. Tinker Bill, partially because I
That
knew,
was my bad.
I was gonna say partially because I knew exactly what was gonna happen, but I was very like
you couldn't stop it.
I was like, I don't want to be like holding hands and be like, you should do this, you should do this. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna let this play out. I believe that this will work and be fine. Tinker Bill is really strong, and then it was like
turns out glass cannon.
Yeah, Casmor's like sunny day, fire blast or whatever it was. It was just like, whoa, nope,
weather ball.
Weather ball, yeah, that's what it was. It was just like, ooh.
Because I looked at it, I'm like, okay, because I didn't know the move Weather Ball existed, first of all.
Fair.
So I was looking at this and I'm like, oh well, even though it's a fire type now, that just means my moves are less effective, so I'm going to switch to fairy type moves. And then it used Weather Ball. I'm like, what's that move? Oh no. It's okay, you guys got back at me for killing Pojo behind my back.
Hey, whatever.
Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure that, is that Death Comp going up on Monday?
I think so.
Alright, so yeah, you'll be able to see all of our horrific moon deaths on Monday.
You want to pick someone?
Yeah, sure. You over there. Yeah, it's you. Hi.
Okay, so we done villains, characters, we done favorites.
Done villains, done favorites.
But if you can have a one-night stand with any character of your choice.
What, the choices that we just made, or?
Hold on. Let her finish this question. It sounds like there's a caveat.
Real frisky?
Okay, so it needs to be a erotic one-night stand with a character from a video game.
I like limiting it to the ones we mentioned.
Max Haas. No, that'd be horrible. I do not condone that.
I'm just saying, I would snatch Papyrus in a second. Whatever he wants to fill with spaghetti.
Take him to the bone zone. Make him show you his special blue attack.
The bone zone. The bone zone. Take to the bone zone, Papyrus.
Oh, jeez.
You gotta know the pros and cons, man. This is not
basically anyone from the cast of Extreme Volleyball. Including the dudes.
Homer
Zach.
No, only beach volleyball, not dead or alive. Need to make sure I'm saying the name right.
Michael Jordan. For Michael Jordan's basketball. He could slam dunk you, never.
Chaos dunk me, boy.
He shoots. He's in third base.
Laura Matsuda from Street Fighter V.
Laura. Oh, stop it. That's get some help. Good pick.
I'm sorry. Like I don't get digital crushes often, but when we started playing Street Fighter V, I'm like, who is that?
Can I go on?
Sure you can. Then again, I kind of... There's a thing for underboob. It's just, you know.
Oh man, you know
I'm
what?
that guy.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna one up your tutorial. I'm just saying.
Goat mom.
She can take care of me. She can show me a good time. And the snails can't be involved.
Yes.
I want the
I
snails.
want you to eat her pie.
Come on, you got
Eat her pie.
Cinnamon and butterscotch. Both options.
Goat love.
When did the game start?
You're over there in that corner. The glasses? Yes. Probably not. Moscow lives in England, and we don't have a real good way to set something like that up.
You, sir, in the back. Yes, you.
Oh, man,
you said the horns for a second. Yeah, there we go. Hey. Yeah.
Was there any game that you guys instantly regretted playing, but played it just for the fact that we wanted you to play it?
Xenoverse.
There are many games we play through just because people say they want us to play it, and Xenoverse is
What was that? The One Piece game?
Oh my!
that One Piece game was
the One Piece fighting.
Yeah.
Burning Blood.
Burning Blood.
I eventually turned on the One Piece Dynasty Warriors game, but the Burning Blood one, luckily,
thank God, only about a 2-hour campaign that we stretched into about 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But the Dynasty Warriors one just got, like, basically with that one, you only got Dynasty Warriors fatigue, really.
Yeah.
And if you ever fail a mission, it's just like, well, now you gotta start from the start again, and
that was
no
one of
thank
those
you.
Dynasty Warrior games like where you like couldn't jump or something. Like it had like
Something
some
weird
control caveat that I was confused by.
It had like devil trigger mode or something too. It was odd. I don't know.
Any game you played that you did just because people made you?
Mario is missing.
But that I wasn't thinking it was so.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. Like the thing is, I just went in. I'm like, oh, it's a Mario game. No Mario game can just play the game.
Turns out he was in Italy the whole time.
Yeah, and you just learned something along the way. Beyond that, like, we didn't play it through to completion, but we only did it because so many people were asking for it. We're like the Five Nights at Freddy's games. We just hopped on. I was like, all right, I'm doing one episode of this. I really do. I do not like those games. All the, like,
I can tolerate
I get,
horror, but it's just too repetitive.
It's not even horror. It's
jump scares.
Arrogant jump scares.
I'll say this.
Obnoxious.
They are just jump scares, but the jump scares are a punishment for you not playing well. And unfortunately, the game has a system where it's very random heavy. I mean, I know there's a way for you to read stuff, but sometimes you just get screwed by RNG.
Yeah, if you play the game properly, you're never scared. So
it's just you're like, wait, it's like, oh crap, are they in that hallway? Shit, gotta close that door.
Unless it's the fourth one, that one builds up on tension, but the rest are just arrogant.
The fourth one was the most interesting out of all of them to me.
And that's strange because the community all says it's not.
And that's the worst one to Let's Play. The fourth one I hear is the worst one to Let's Play because you have to listen
you
to everything.
You're just completely silent.
Yeah.
It's like, well, hold on, did I hear them?
And the only reaction you get is just, that's about it.
Yeah, so those are games that I just, nah. Ray, would you like to choose somebody?
No.
You there.
Are there any plans for,
Hey guys in the front row, can you please be a little quiet? I'm trying to hear, sorry.
Are there any plans for everyone's dad and multiple divorcee Ben to play any non-stream stuff?
Any plans for Ben to play more stuff? I know he and Scott are currently working on something that they wanted to go through, right? I'm not sure when they're planning on starting that.
Yeah, they had something in mind. I don't know what.
Yeah, they have something in mind that'll take up a B slot for a little bit.
He was also part of our detective team in the Telltale Batman game, and will continue.
Yeah, so whenever that next episode comes out, we'll be doing more of that. Those are fun.
I like this.
Ben is going to be more and more involved as we move along. He takes care of a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff. It's why he's office dad.
Yeah.
He is. You with the surgical mask and Pikachu.
Can I take a picture with you, Will? Oh, well, yeah, sure. Can you take a picture with us?
You seem so shocked.
Sure, here, we'll pose. Everybody get in selfie mode.
For those with the benefit of having flash photography, we will now do a 5-second pose. Ready? Change poses!
So you're Captain Gideon
Change
now?
poses! And done.
You guys are beautiful. Just want to say that. Thank you.
Woo!
That's great.
Most interactive question yet.
Is that more? It's always good to stand up and stretch out a little bit. Got about 15 minutes left, it looks like, on this.
Wow. So I don't think we're getting a game as...
Yeah. We had this lovely screen here set up, but it, like,
maybe this
okay,
is the game of life.
Just a little peek behind the curtain here. When we got to this convention, we were told we had this panel. And
yeah, let's play with Team 4 and DAGames. Required for Kieran and Grant.
I showed up.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
He's actually...
Thank you.
We weren't told anything about this.
I spy with my little eye something
Is it this Yuri on Ice poster?
Very close.
Is it the wall behind you?
Is it the blue screen?
Bingo.
By the way, I'm not sure what these are up here for. Are there like people from Yuri on Ice here or something?
There's a Yuri panel over here.
Does anybody, well, if anybody wants these, they're just sitting here, so feel free to grab one after the panel.
Yeah, well, we'll disperse them. We can sign them. I've never seen the show.
I will gladly sign all over it. I love that scene. I like the gold.
I was ice skating once, so I'm an expert.
I just wonder when do the girls kiss when they're wearing the ice skates? Seriously.
Yeah, I don't see any. I feel like that might be a female.
They're girls.
No, they're all guys.
You with the sock fever. I see you waving it about.
Oh, was that your like hand up? Oh, damn, I'm mad now. I thought you just had it there set as a staff.
Protecting us.
If you could torture anyone by forcing them to play a game to completion, what game would you torture them with?
What? Playing a game to completion
as torture.
As torture.
We
already
did that.
I'm not choosing Xenoverse. It would be over too quick.
No, to completion? Like, are we talking 100%?
Like platinum?
100%
or like 100 thing we did?
No, like get every item, get every skill, get all that.
Breath of the Wild.
Skyrim, that's a good one.
Skyrim is like, here's the thing, you can enjoy the entire time in Skyrim though, even if it is just getting everything. It's tedious certainly, but there are people that do that just cuz.
Ooh, any Dynasty Warriors game.
Art?
Any Dynasty Warriors game to completion.
100% completion, like complete the story mode as every character?
No, I mean get everything in a Dynasty Warriors game. I know the
That is a bit of a challenge.
The completionist did one for Hyrule Warriors. I think he said it was 260 hours.
Oh. God damn. Okay, then I choose whatever the latest iteration of Dynasty Warriors is, because they always add more things.
There's that Fire Emblem Warriors coming out.
Yeah, Fire Emblem's coming out. Hopefully it doesn't take 300,000 hours.
Yeah.
15 minutes left.
You down here, you've had your hand up for quite a while.
If you could spend a day with a favorite video game character, who would you choose?
Spending a day with your favorite video game character, who would you choose? Would you still choose Goat Mom Kieran, or?
I mean...
He'd spend the night with her.
Yeah, I feel like I could have both of those, but that's too easy.
That's tough, because like, this is different. It's like, what character would you want to hang out with all day, in which case...
I know. Rio from Shenmue. We'd have a good time.
We'd go around looking for sailors. We'd play the capsule game.
We could go play Hang On for all day.
Yeah, we'd go play Hang On. Honestly, one of the guys that seems like the most chill and easy to hang out with, and I'm going back to the same well, I'm probably going to go with Sans.
Yeah, it could be fun.
Let's get smashed.
Just don't.
Just be careful not to get dunked on.
Rogan laugh.
I was gonna say Travis touchdown, but he loves Moe too much and is also a murderer.
He seems like a difficult person to hang out with.
If you're on his good side, he seems like a cool guy, and he's just very chill.
I could also hang out with Franklin from GTA 5.
Ah, yeah.
He's got a sick house, an amazing life. I mean, he has the best of all of them, and the worst case scenario, you probably run into Trevor.
Franklin would be fine.
Oh no, 20%.
Not hang out with Michael.
You saw the Suikoden shirt.
Well, two things. First, thank you guys for all you guys do. I watch you guys for hours and hours.
Oh, thank you. Thank you all for watching. Honestly, it wouldn't be possible without your viewership, really. I mean, it wouldn't exist.
Yeah, pretty tough to justify.
And stretching across all generations of Pokemon, what is your ultimate team?
Oh,
that means we gotta pick 6.
All generations. It doesn't matter. Every generation.
All Mr. Mimes.
Are we nixing legendaries from this list? I mean,
He said all generations.
All generations.
Everything. The Poke God.
I don't know if I'd even choose legendaries is the thing, because what I would do for this, it's not exactly a team of efficiency. It would just be a team of my favorites.
Oh yeah, sure. I was gonna list the competitive team I ran for a long time, and they are definitely not the best, but they're my favorites, which were Ludicolo, Tyranitar, Fearow, Infernape. Oh, who are the other 2?
Oh man, you
Jolteon.
ran so long. These are your babies.
And Rampardos.
Good one. My competitive team was also a bunch of my favorites. Sneasel, Klefki, Kangaskhan, Chandelure, Pinsir, and Lugia.
My favorite Pokemon that I ever raised just on my own was a Miltank that had double team. I pissed Kieran off really bad with that one the first time we met.
I was used to playing Smogon, real Pokemon.
Whatever, man. Doesn't matter. I came in there with my Brock Lesnar milk tank.
Eat, sleep, conquer, repeat.
So that particular Miltank, Pangoro, is it Luxray that's the evolved form of Shinx?
Yes.
Yes.
That's my favorite electric type. Probably a Gyarados. Yeah, Gyarados is amazing. Tyranitar and Kangaskhan. Specifically, Kangaskhan would have my Mega Stone.
Yeah, Kangaskhan, Mega Kangaskhan is so fun.
Mega Kangaskhan, Sucker Punch, done.
Power Punch. You with the blue shirt.
What video game have you guys been looking forward to more than anything, then someone spoiled it for you, you just couldn't play it anymore?
Oh. A video game that we were looking forward to and someone spoiled it.
Oh man, mine is Persona 4. I managed to avoid spoilers for it forever. Then the upgraded version of Persona 4 Fighting came out, and this one character is playable. And I didn't know that a character was so important to the story. I only played like about 5 hours of it, and I'm like, that's weird, why can you play as this certain character? They're just like some side character, right? Yeah, so I was like...
If you know the story.
I was like, oh,
yeah, getting that ending twist for you spoiled is awful.
So I have now no desire to play Persona 4, so I'm probably just going to play 5.
I can't say I've ever had a game really spoiled for me to the point that I could, like, there are games that I've played and just been disappointed. I think we've spoken about one in particular over and over again. But, yeah, I can't think of a single game that I played where somebody came up and talked to me about it and then it's like, well, now I'm not playing it.
Outlast 2.
Oh, okay.
Legit, I was playing through as a Let's Play series, and I'm like, well, I just want to get through, I just want to do a live stream.
And then you looked at the comments.
The moment live stream, the moment I started, spoiler.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed by it. I mean, it's okay because, like, if you just told it, it's never the same as actually witnessing it. So you witness it yourself and you get your own different feel for it, but still, you kind of want that climactic twist at the end. And it's just not...
That's pretty rough. That's awful. That's why I don't think I'd play a game that had been out for so long. In fact, most of the time when I'm playing a game for plot that I've never played before, I am never going to live stream it.
Yeah.
I can't, I'm kind of in the same boat as him. I can't think of anything that's really been spoiled for me. do think that I wouldn't have played this game had I not heard what the ending was, but I thought Spec Ops The Line had a really cool ending, and if I had stumbled onto that organically, it would have been amazing, but I never would have probably bothered with it because it looked very generic until I heard what its ending twist was. Yeah.
I still have that and haven't played it and haven't heard anything. So,
you should check it out.
Now you have given me some incentive, Grant. Alright, let's see here. I think we got time for like 2 or 3 more questions. You young lad right there. No, behind you, sorry. Favorite Elder Scrolls
Oblivion.
Oblivion. I could concur if it weren't for the fact that Skyrim's modding community is amazing. Skyrim with mods is fantastic.
Oblivion has the Shivering Isles. That's my favorite RPG thing ever.
That's fair.
I love Shivering Isles.
But it doesn't have Dragon Randy Savage.
It does not have Dragon Randy Savage, nor does it have Thomas the Tank Engine.
Skyrim's the only one I've played, so my hands are a little tied. Morrowind.
I love the mods in Skyrim. They're great. My favorite mod is like my favorite power in any video game is if you let me manipulate time, and my favorite mod is a cheat mod that is a ring that when you put it on, it stops everything around you. Oh, you just put it on, it's just like, aha! All of a sudden that arrow that was coming out, you just pick, step out of the way, fire 3 arrows at anybody, tick, 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 let go.
That's really cool.
I love it.
Yeah. You with your friends in the back.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Which kind of video game? Oh, Grand Theft Auto.
Which Grand Theft Auto video game will we play the most? He says while flipping us off. It's very appropriate. Saints Row 3.
Done.
Yeah, I gotta choose that one. Yeah. I was gonna say Grand Theft Auto 3 because that's definitely the one I put the most time into.
Really, not like San Andreas or Vice City?
Vice City was the one that I know they were
Vice City.
I'm with you too. Like Vice City was my favorite of that generation.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't enjoy San Andreas, but something about the 80s and the fact that it was the first time that you can like fly a plane and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I loved Vice City.
The only reason Vice City was so long is because of that freaking remote helicopter mission.
Oh, there's a lot of reasons that Vice City was so long, and there are many missions that are way more difficult than you think about now.
Oh yeah.
You want to pick the final one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Thank you all for showing up here, by the way.
We'll go for 2 more.
And sorry that that never happened, but
I know you were promised good.
The game is a reminder of how life is. It's blue.
We hope you all enjoyed your time here, and thank you so much.
Blue and has no signal.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll pick. We'll go for 2 more. And
they're all pointing at you.
Everyone wants the guy with the glove.
The guy with the glove?
Yeah.
Okay, the glove.
I really hate to end such an arbitrary question, but who's your favorite Kingdom Hearts character and why?
Oh, how is that arbitrary? Favorite Kingdom Hearts character?
Does that include villains? That includes villains as well, right?
Yeah, that includes everyone.
All forms of Xemnas.
Yeah, which Xemnas was your favorite? Somebody say an orcs do you like?
I like Hades from the movie. I love James Woods. Hades, so yeah.
James Woods is fantastic. Although now he's like crazy, but
yeah.
Whatever. You can't help
They
it.
all turn out that way. Guardian of the Dead or whatever. Mine would probably be Axel, because I feel like he flipped allegiances so many times, and I thought that made him actually interesting and not like, I'm just anime man, which is most of the
He became the Big Show.
My only video game waifu, the only one pure, chaste, innocent.
Minnie?
Piglet. No, not Piglet or Pooh. They're up to some dirty shit. Aqua. Aqua the best character that franchise ever made. Aqua's so good. Glad she got her own game.
I'm going with Goofy. He's underappreciated. He's wonderful. He's fantastic. And unlike Donald, he'll give you a goddamn potion if you need it. Thank you all for coming out here. We'll see you around the convention hall.
That's what we